Epigenetics, genetic expression,
Yeah.
methylation, right? So
Yeah.
in
Oh, that's
brief,
so great, man.
yeah, the
Yeah.
artifact on our DNA of the switches, which way they're flipped, if our parents, grandparents, or great grandparents were stressed distressed, and then sort of carrying those default switches into our existence, which I do think is an immediate place for deepening of compassion for ourselves. It certainly was the first step in me letting myself off the hook about low self-esteem and self-criticism, et cetera, around my hangups, just
Yeah.
realizing, these wheat farmers in Spokane and, an Irish railroad detective who disappeared and, a man in my family who was a railroad engineer and an insurance salesman and a store
Wow.
clerk and, World War II, the Depression, the Victory Garden, my dad's Depression era, mentality around abundance or scarcity. And it's not some fault in our value that um, I've shared that they end up in our accountability column, even though they're not our fault.
And I think part of what I find so exciting about epigenetics and inheriting trauma is not only does it give us that freedom to say, okay, I'm wearing this, but it's not mine and I don't have to keep it on. But also, when you look at a lot of these epigenetic studies from people down to earthworms, essentially the reason that trauma gets passed down is because that is the best way for the next generation to survive.
Mm.
So this isn't an idea of, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? And it's not an idea of, oh my goodness, what was wrong with them. It's,
Mhm.
oh, I wonder what happened to them that this feeling, this behavior, this physical attribute became so necessary feeling for survival.
Mhm.